And we're off. Alright, here on the left-hand side, we have Barbaretto and Matteo going 1-1 in this finals so far. Things are looking a bit shaky from all sides involved, as their opponents have met them piece for piece. On the right side, we have Lance and Shield and Felix. Looks like we don't have anything particularly cheeky coming out of any team so far. We don't have any super early game shenanigans. The machine guns have been sold off. We have
exposed turbines for Matteo, but there are no real weapons to punish that, as you mentioned.
Indeed. We do have an armory and a workshop out of red team here on the right. This is very often an indicator that there's going to be some swarm missile shenanigans. One player playing swarm missile, one player playing support.
And we have the other type of warhead play with the laser on Matteo's side. I mean, it worked for him very well, so might just use it again.
Indeed, and there he goes doing his usual redesign of his base. Getting lasers set up, selling off some of his foundation nodes.
Yeah, these hanging bases give a nice space, nice, actual safe space for your lasers. You're not really threatening your core, your eco with those forward weapons. So it could be nice to place them there.
I noticed he's built a buzzsaw there, so I'm curious to see who or what he's targeting with that.
I think he could do a huge damage on Felix, destroying some of those weapons. Even making the base a little bit wobbly destroys the bottom smoke. Thus, Lanson's base is, yeah, a little bit of disconnect just ruins the mosh pit of the machine gunners, and it can be sniped now.
One of those machine gunners goes down, but I'm not sure if that machine gun pit can actually defend against. Ooh.
Yeah, just I mentioned a little bit of wobble, a little bit of buzzsaw in the bottom. Smoke is a gunzo.
Notable damage has been dealt. He's got one more shot. He has one more shot. And there it goes. So he will not be able to rebuild that buzzsaw because he sold off the technology prerequisites for it.
He put his weapons on the bottom actually, because the buzzsaw took up the space, took up the space on the top. And also it gives him a better angle to cut the map in half with his fire beams, so the nukes can go through.
Speaking of which, the nukes are about to complete. It is about the time for them to launch.
Bunch of anti-air on red side. Prepare
they do know this is coming.
Yeah, prepare for receiving the package. The first shot actually is coming from Lanston, and there is no anti-air ready from the other side.
Wow. I am genuinely surprised those lasers were not destroyed.
Yeah, could have went bonkers. And the anti-air difference is showing its teeth, because Matteo received the hit and the team red didn't. Yeah, Matteo is
that
preparing
was
his
a
fire beam.
beautiful counter snipe.
Yeah, now Barbaretto doesn't have the sniper to shoot. Oh, he has actually one under his core. Nice. Matteo is preparing the fire beam. He actually is not shooting it. I believe Matteo sniped that.
He did snipe his own nuke, which is unfortunate.
Would have reached. Yeah, that would have reached, I guess, if it weren't sniped. I'm wondering why Matteo is not shooting his firing. Maybe he doesn't have the energy?
Maybe he did sell his...
Oh,
Oh,
crazy hit.
massive damage.
Follow up with the Bassa, not doing as much damage.
One thing to note,
But the
Mateo
Nuke-
did sell off his factory, so he cannot rebuild.
Oh, not again!
Again. He does it again.
Yeah, laser o'clock, just too good.
I think that's why he wasn't firing the fire beam. He didn't intend to defend the nukes. The team was just going to have the nukes be a distraction, a dangerous distraction, until the fire beam plasma beam came online, and it was enough.
I can't believe he does this so consistently. And even the nuke from Vibrato hits, and this is gonna be it.
Oh,
Almost.
wow. Barely survives that, but Felix didn't really have any of the weapons, so he's
Yeah, he
struggling
has
to make
to
anything
connect.
happen. Yeah, those machine gunners just didn't have an angle on the nuke. Is that it? Almost.
I think the nuke will finish it.
Yes.
Straight into the core. Yeah. So, fourth game in the grand final, best of 7, fourth Pro League final, the grand final of the event of season 1. Whoever wins 4 games is gonna take the title and win the whole thing. Felix and Lanson on the team blue on the back foot. Only 1 game won by them. And on the right side we have Bobrato and Matteo climbing the wall of abyss in the red colors. They have already 2 games under their belt. They need 2 more to secure the title.
Well,
Right now,
this
Lanson
is
and
exciting.
right now Lanson and Felix doesn't have the eagle eye for this map, what 42 and Kronk used against Bobrato and Matteo to defeat them on this map. It's gonna be interesting to see what they chose to build.
Indeed, it looks like we're going to have a rocket rush out of Lance and Shields on the blue team.
Yeah, fast upgrade center and armory suggest and all.
Curious
But
to
also
see
a
what
bunch
the
of-
other players go
Yeah.
for.
A bunch of space for anti-air too, so interesting choice.
Yeah, and then Felix is going with the workshop and upgrade center. So that... Mortars? No, like mortars are not a great call from top position, because that's just way too much anti-air available. But what other options would he go for?
Some super janky portal nukes.
That's like the only other thing. Hey, he's going for mortars. All right, he's just
Yeah.
gonna say. He's just saying, hey, I know mortars don't work well on this, but you know what you would never expect me to do? Go mortars. So it may just work out. Especially if he opens up with a heavy mortar, the heavy mortar strike, that can absolutely deal critical and unrecoverable damage if you land your first shot with it.
Yeah, if he knows the aim, the direct aim for Bobrato or for Matteo, then it could be devastating.
It's worth noting that Matteo already has machine gunners in a pit ready to deal with this. They are getting
Felix-
sniped, of course.
The sniper on top of the world.
Oh gosh, that just adding more snipers. Yeah, there are the heavy mortars, so he is going to go with a with a surprise strike of heavy mortars. We'll see if it works out for them. I don't think they do. I think they were clearly expecting the rockets, but I don't think they were expecting the mortars. Yeah. Those lands,
oh, nice
uncontested.
Hit. So close to almost collapse Brett on the top. Those struts are blinking.
The machine gunners are coming online, so it's unlikely that another volley like that will hit again for the rest of this match. But that is some damage dealt. It forced a lot of alternate building. A lot of deformation out of Bob.
Yeah, those machine gunners on the top of the Bulbaratus base cannot really be destroyed. Only maybe by an AP sniper. So much. Oh, and who got an AP sniper? It's Felix.
He's still going to try to make those mortars land, it seems.
Oh yeah, but the AP sniper aim is not on point yet. Yeah, still not on point. In the meanwhile, Lanson is trying to get his rockets through. And Meta with the laser.
The lasers are an interesting decision, as it's very easy to overpenetrate on this map, meaning that a lot of the laser damage can just go to waste. But it also seems that he doesn't have a plasma laser in there. He's got 2 fire beams.
I think they are Firebird, maybe. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, Team A, so Meta and Bulbarato have Firebird in their arsenal.
Alright, so
they also have Warthog, so it could be any of the two.
Probably it could Firebird. Be either. Alternatively, this decision could be based entirely off of the pressure they're receiving, as it's difficult to afford a plasma laser when you're getting hit by rockets and have the threat of mortars raining down on you. He may have simply spent all of his money on defenses and didn't have a whole lot left to spend on weapons.
Yeah, Felix is trying to build the sniper as far up as possible. It's interesting to see.
Gosh, it's always a game. If you're gonna build a machine gun pit, it's got to be exposed somewhere. But this map, you can literally build so high that no pit of machine guns will be safe. So there are times when I have seen people going all the way to the build limit of this map, and it's quite rare but quite impressive.
Now the smoke comes out from Lanson. That could very well be for good use. Oh, but the sniping of Brato is better than Felix and takes out both snipers. And he could actually take out the mortars too. He has the angle. But seemingly Felix sold the one of the mortars.
Looks like he started to transition out of mortars now that mortars are confirmed no longer usable. As the lasers begin to arrive. Yep, they are Firebird. The basic projectiles are igniting.
And everything is on fire.
That's a good way to put it. Remember, during this, the fire alarm is disabled, so you will see occurrences where fire will last longer than you would expect, just because these players do not receive a fire notification. So that they have to do manual checking.
Yeah. Lanson is on fire, on top of his base is fire, and he doesn't check it. Lanson, you're on fire.
Uh-oh. He notices?
No, he notices, yeah. But some of the struts broke. Yeah, it could be really annoying, especially with the multiple fire beams. You can keep a player burning basically the whole duration if you can supply with energy.
I mean, if you got 3 fire beams, you can burn anything all day.
So both players actually went into heavy munition plant tags. So where do you place those?
That's a very
I
good question, especially considering that Red Team already has multiple fire beams, which are pretty much the ultimate heavy weapon destroyers. So Blue Team is absolutely going to have to build well-defended and energy-shielded locations. There's core damage. Fire beams going all the way to the core with that one.
Yeah, penetrating through with all the 4 fire beams actually. Interesting. Maybe that calls for an energy shield in front of the core,
Absolutely.
but he doesn't have the turbines to supply that, so I think he opts for sandbags for now, but doesn't seem to be enough.
That's so many fire beams. They're just
Yeah.
digging through.
Painful to watch. 20 comes out from Felix. That could be very useful. Maybe door sniping those fire beams or even the other weaponry.
Oh, yep. As sniper, Barbaretto loses as a sniper to Felix's sniping.
Yeah, fire beam down. The other one is still operating, and yeah, there is the laser shield I was mentioning, but still the struts are on fire. Yeah, those laser shields are not connecting. I don't think those are placed well enough, because the struts behind between them can be still lit on fire. And there it goes.
The 20 comes online and returns fire, taking out Bob's last fire beam. So Bob is actually weaponless right now. Oh, Mateo just got hit. That's a snipe. He got 2 of them. Wow.
Yeah, to the bottom and the top. That's
Red
very
team.
well done.
Red team is getting gutted just via the door snipes and the snipers.
Yeah, Team Blue has to keep up the pressure, otherwise they will lose on time.
Just the 120 is trying so hard.
And Lanson is still on fire.
Poor Lanson. He's had such a rough time with that.
That could very well combine with the Buzzsaw and the 20 take out one of the players. They just need one shot. Also, there is a cheeky plasma beam on top of Mateo's core.
That's a very dangerous place to put a plasma beam. If that gets door sniped, that's guaranteed core damage.
Maybe
and a lot of it.
Oh, here we go. Sniper versus cannon. This is gonna be about the chip damage. Can Lanson and Felix with the weapon superiority do as much damage as Mateo and Barbaretto did with the fire?
Yeah, blue team definitely has the weapon advantage at this point. Red team is rebuilding their fire beams and they are just about to come online, so things could change quickly. We may see all of blue team's weapons just disappear here in a moment, but as it stands, blue team has the advantage for the moment.
Yeah, cannons have a lot of HP. Really hard to burn when they are already built.
There's a fire beam, plasma beam combo about to come out from red. He does. That is a successful strike, but there's nothing there to damage. So that's unfortunate for Mateo, or should I say, very fortunate for blue team. Lance and shield again on fire.
A recurring team.
Remember that blue team does not have the fire alarm available due to red team's commander ability. So it's not surprising to see.
The cannon wasn't able to shot for Lanson for a good while, I think that would have been their chance. But now Matteo is fully armored up. Maybe shooting at Babretto could result in a better result.
That
Killing the
cannon
technology.
really doesn't have much of an angle on top base.
Yeah, I mean that can be solved by destroying some struts or making them background, but I guess he's preoccupied with just trying to keep the cannon alive.
Oh man. If that had just been 30 seconds earlier, that could have been a lethal shot right there. And there's the energy shield.
And now Felix is on fire. 40 seconds remaining for a miracle to happen for Lance and Felix. I mean, until you have a cannon, there is no such thing as lost game. Maybe trying to door snipe that plasma beam could be the best they can do, but that energy shield blocks the shooting, obviously.
That, and they have no way of knowing that it's actually capable. That the door snipe would give them the victory. The turbine blocking the sniper. That is going to be it.
Yeah, final core damage, and yeah, it's GG for Firebird.
And we're off. In what is match point for blue team. This may very well be the final match of this final, well, match. We have on the left-hand side, Barbaretto and Matteo. Up 3-1 in this best of 7. They're looking to finish out this final game here. And on the other side, we have Lance and Shield and Felix. They need to not only win this match, but every match from here on out until, if they intend to win this tournament.
Yeah, it's a huge challenge, a huge mountain to climb, but if there is two people who can climb it, it's Lanson and Felix, I am pretty sure.
Absolutely. I was just saying before the match started, I love seeing these players face off against each other. They're so good. They do so many good matches. Matches are so very enjoyable to watch. I can't root for either side. I do know I want better matches and I want more matches. So like I want them to keep playing, but I can't root for either side. As we have actually a different strategy coming out of Bob and Matteo this time. Matteo going for lasers again, which is not terribly surprising. But in the top we have Bob going for just straight up cannon rush.
Wow. And on the other side, Lanson with lasers. I've never seen him play lasers.
Indeed. Yeah, we have lasers out of 3 players and cannons out of Bob on the blue team. This actually puts blue team in the lead, in my opinion, in terms of strategy. Of course, they're mostly blind to each other's strategies at this point. But when you have 2 players on one team going for lasers, what ends up happening is that lasers can be defended relatively easily. So once blue team realizes that it's lasers out of both players, they can turtle up and they can straight up prevent red team from dealing any damage to them, period. And then that forces red team to transition out to a different set of weapons. Now, blue team doesn't have that problem because Barbaretto going cannons doesn't have the same weakness, or should I say vulnerability, to energy shields. Meaning that even if Matteo's first strikes are defended against, Bob can just come in and finish the job.
Indeed, the diversity is often the changing factor between losing and winning a game. in a super heavy late game fight.
Oh, good lord. Bob is going like full greedy with this. He's got a cannon right next to the core. He's got 4 mines. This is going to be a build that's designed to fire the cannon pre 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Felix has the buzzsaw that could interfere with that build a little bit.
The buzzsaw could absolutely interfere with Bob's. Mateo is not quite so greedy with his, so he is going to defend that without too much of an issue. A little bit of sandbags to make sure he doesn't lose anything valuable, but Mateo is going for a rush, a laser rush as well, but it's not nearly as greedy as Bob's. I'm guessing that these players are using pinch fist this time, if they're going
They very well could be.
If they're going with these kind of rushes, it's typical of a pinch fist build.
Double fire beam from Felix and double fire beam from Lanson. They can be shocking, huh?
That is a strategy which can absolutely just straight up hard counter this. The fire beam, the fire beam timing attack hits right before the plasma beam will complete. And they can just straight up destroy... Oh, they missed! They missed! That would have been lethal. If that second shot hit, it would have destroyed that plasma beam, resetting Mateo all the way back down to pre-weapons era.
But now everything is full with sandbags. And
And
now
here
they know
comes the
what
cannon.
to expect.
Yep. A cannon shell at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. There's your pinch fist rush. And now with Mateo, with his spaced armored doors, is not going to be vulnerable to those fire beams anymore. This is going to be rough for Red Team. Red Team had their one shot, their one timing to get in and deal damage, and they didn't quite make it.
That might be actually good. Even though he's getting sniped, he destroys some of the energy production from Mateo, so those lasers not gonna really spam those shots.
That's still a matter of one team is capable of dealing damage and the other one is not.
Yes.
The energy shields, or rather the lack of turbines, momentarily lack of turbines, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna slow him down. But now he's saved up enough energy, he's just gonna fire the plasma beam and shred those turbines. Or the laser. He chose to destroy the fire beam. Because he can. Because why not? He has that option, and that's the difference in these players' positions. Red Team desperately needed to land those first shots. They needed to make the timing attack work. They didn't, and they're going to be on the back foot until they transition out into non-energy weapons tech.
Okay, so nice damage on the cannon, but he needed one more fire beam, so that's why that Felix lost his fire beams was so detrimental. Sniping war won by Babretto.
Blue Team with map dominance and weapon dominance. Oh!
No energy dominance.
Remember when those turbines were destroyed? Here's the consequence. It's going to be the
Cheap
pinch
firing.
fist active for cheap firing, which neither player could use at the moment.
Yeah, they might be not pinch fist, maybe spook. I mean, we can see at the end of the game probably. So I just wondering why they didn't shoot if they were pinch fist.
Right. If they were spook, I would think they wouldn't have been caught off guard by the fire beams.
Mm-hmm.
That-
Is thinking they are not pinch because they already won with pinch. So.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, those top angles for the cannons are so good on the bottom base.
Oh yeah. Cannons from above are always dangerous. Always extremely dangerous.
Okay, Lanson is going for an interesting barrel placement with missile silo. So that could be a nice nuke coming out.
I'm curious what the barrel is for.
I think it's just a misplacement
Perhaps.
of the hot heat, the usual stuff. He very well just wanted to place some battery or something like that.
It's brutal. The plasma laser with the sniper follow-up is extremely powerful. Just because everyone knows, or at least all these players know, exactly how much defenses they need to defend against a plasma laser. So they defend against a plasma laser to such a precise degree that having a sniper follow up the plasma laser is enough to destroy whatever they were trying to defend. So many
Playing by
times. Oh, beautiful.
Neutralizing the silo. I don't think there is a way to come back into this game other than maybe hit a nuke.
The red team still has access to their plasma lasers. They won't end the game with them, but they can get door snipes. They can destroy weapons. They can prevent blue team from doing much. They can stalemate it, but they can't win. Whereas blue team has the ability to deal the damage and actually win the game. So red has plenty of space to give. They have the opportunity to give themselves the space they need to come back into the game, but it's just gonna be really difficult to do that.
Yeah. 5 minutes remaining. 2/3 of the game is gone. This has to be almost a better comeback that they did in the semifinal.
I mean, we've seen crazier. Lance doesn't have his nuke upgraded. He doesn't even have the technology to do that. A door snipe!
And yeah, just as... and the second door snipe. From below, it does actually door snipe from below.
And they were just adding extra armor all over the place. You see, this is just something I didn't expect to happen. 2 door snipes? I expected a door snipe, and then, I don't know, being a bit more careful. But 2 door snipes back to back, I mean, come on.
What
That
are
is
we witnessing here?
beautiful shots out of Felix. That's a comeback right there. That's
a comeback and a
your
half.
that's your Hail Mary. That's your we didn't have any other path to success. Now red team is just going to they're gonna get another door snipe here. Is that 2 fire beam? Okay. Good lord.
Yeah, at this point, Matteo has the win condition of killing Lance, or maybe drawing the game and drawing down to damage if he kills Felix. Or he needs some massive damage.
But the problem now is that the fire beam plasma beam combo is just not quite going to be enough to beat Felix. He's built himself a beautiful base that's designed to be able to tank against lasers for about infinitely.
Yeah.
That's going to be a difficult spot for Matteo to be in. This is one that's looking like it's going to go to the clock, and Red's going to take it.
Coming back into another impossible game.
I don't.
Though those are plays for the ages, for sure.
Yes. That's just...
Speed. Yeah, these replays can be teach for the school of forts to keep firing even when you are down so much and such a bad game state.
It wasn't even that bad of a game state. They just didn't have a path forward. Aside from giving themselves delayed long enough to get something to get the nuke online. Or
Yeah.
just double door sniping 2 cannons close enough to destroy, like, on the
Basically
things
destroy
I
the core.
expected. Yes.
I mean, that's why you don't build around your core.
That's one of the reasons why I noticed Bob was going for such an early and greedy rush. He built his cannon so close to the core. It's like, okay, well, this is obviously a cannon that's designed to hit before anything else is ready to go. And he, to his credit, he managed to nail that. And that's one of the reasons why his team had such a strong lead for so long.
And now they're opening up Mateo like a cake. Oh,
The nuke lands, and with it, they have an opportunity to break him.
but right now Felix is burning the lance, so that's a bit counterproductive.
Oh, the joys of having energy shields. That nuke has an opportunity to go straight to the core. Alright, it doesn't. He shoots it down with a laser. Good lord.
40 seconds remaining.
Mateo, he doesn't
Gotta-
have... He's selling off his mines. Which, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, given the time remaining, they give more resources than if they stay alive.
Ooh, over penetrating, going all the way through the base. That's gonna
He
be
keeps
it.
his 100% HP, but he lost his teammate, and they lose the game.
Team 2 with the victory. Red team starting their comeback, going up 2-3.